Hello everybody, this is Mirandus Crafter. Welcome to the rebranding of my channel. You ask, what am I up to? Aren't you the guy that used to do Puzzle Quest 3 content? Aren't you the guy that used to do Ashes of Creation and Ark Survival Evolve content? Yes, I was. But I'm now laser focused because last week I had an epiphany. I found what is going to be the greatest thing to hit the MMO gaming genre since the early days of the genre's release in Ultima Online. What is it that I'm talking about, you ask? Well, it's the game called Mirandus, which is being produced by Gala Games. Gala Games is a company that does more than just produce Mirandus. They have many games in development. They also are diversified into music platforms, movie platforms, crypto token. They have their hands in everything. They're basically the movers and the shakers in the industry. And what they're going to do is they're going to usher in the new age of gaming on the blockchain. It's going to be glorious, and Mirandus is going to be the flagship product that actually ushers in the blockchain gaming into the MMO space. Why am I so excited about this? I tell you what, let's watch this video real quick. Hear the lead director, Michael McCarthy, talk about the project, and then we'll come back and discuss it just a little bit more, because I think you'll get it after you watch what he has to say. Now keep in mind, this game is still in development. It is not released, so the graphics are at an unfinished stage, but the art direction is unique, and I'm really liking it. It's come a long way in the last 2 years, and it's currently, like I said, still in development. So keep that in mind when you're seeing the early footage in this video. It is looking really good.
Hello, my name is Michael McCarthy, and I am the game director of Mirandus, a Gala Games production. Mirandus is a fantasy MMO, which is bringing true adventure back to players. We are creating a dangerous world where death has penalties. We aren't going to tell you what to do or give you a map. You won't find a bestiary on our website. The world is a complete secret for players to explore and share, or not. Mirandus is an exclusive world. Only the finest warriors, crafters, and explorers will have access. For you to play, you must either own or rent an exemplar. An exemplar is your avatar, set in the classic fantasy races of human, halfling, dwarf, orc, and elf. Each exemplar is imbued with special powers, which will help them navigate and conquer. The economy of the world is completely player-driven. If you see a town, it's because a player placed it there. Everything you equip has been crafted by a fellow adventurer. The entire game is powered by blockchain. Blockchain technology finally allows players to own their own content. Blockchain technology allows us to guarantee something is rare. For instance, there are only 1,000 elven exemplars in the entire game, period. If you craft a magic sword, it's yours to equip, trade, sell, inside or outside of the game. The most powerful substance in the game is Materium. It is true magic. All magical acts will use Materium. If you die and want to come back without penalty, you can use Materium. Cast a spell, complete a craft without all the ingredients, teleport an item to a faraway location. Everything magic means you are using Materium.
And here we go. I love this spell. Boom.
Where is Materium found? On monsters, in chests, and in secret locations throughout the world. Who is making Mirandus? Gala Games has gathered a team of industry veterans responsible for some of the most played and loved games in history.
Okay, so I wasn't going to do this, but I just have to pause right here for 1 second so that you can take in the amount of experience that's on this development team. I mean, you've got some of the biggest games in the industry and the experience represented here that it took to create them. Dungeons & Dragons Online, Neverwinter Nights, it's one of the greatest games in history, KOTOR, Icewind Dale, I mean, Dark Age of Camelot. Some of you guys, Fallout series, World of Warcraft, Farmville even. Some of you guys have got to understand just how impressive this resume is. It's amazing. And there is a lot of experience on this development team. And that goes without saying because I can see it in the ideas and the development that they're currently processing out for us to see.
We continue to build the foundational tech and extend content. We release playtests regularly.
Remember what I said about the graphics. This is all still in development, and see the dates there, 2021, 2022. It's gradually getting much better.
You must have an exemplar to play, and we award players for helping us test. From me and the entire team, thank you. We are working hard to make this the greatest MMO of all time. We look forward to seeing you guys in there. Thank you.
So, why am I so excited about this? Well, if you were caught what he said in the video there, this is a player-driven economy. And we hear that tossed around in every MMO that's ever come out. Yeah, we're going to have a player-driven economy. It's going to be great. You guys are going to do this and you guys are going to do that. This is serious, though, because this is just like the Wild West all over again. Excuse me. Why do I say that? Why do I call this the Wild West all over again? Well, let me give you a little bit of history about me, and you can understand why I feel this way. I am a long-time MMO gamer. I hate to date myself, but I've got over 20 plus years of experience in the MMO gaming space. I've done so many different games and so many different things, and I'm not trying to brag, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to let you know that I've been around and I've seen it. At the start of the genre in Ultima Online, which was basically, in my opinion, where the genre got started, the first couple years of that game was the Wild West. It was an amazing time. That is where the birth of the online virtual trade market began. That is where gamers realized I can play in a world where I can take an item, I can list it on an online marketplace, and sell it to another player. Now, at that time, we only had the ability to get in game and then transfer the item, and hopefully that person would send us the money through PayPal or through an eBay auction. Everything would go together smoothly, and it usually did. We sold things like real estate, land deeds, rares, items, weapons, all of that stuff. It was like the Wild West the first couple of years of the release of that game when players realized they could actually do those things. Then the developers of the game kind of woke up and realized what was going on, and they started communicating with eBay and things like that and asking them to take those auctions down because that was against their terms of service and that was their property, and they felt like it was, not a cool thing. And I get that. Companies have to make money to survive. Totally understandable. But that was the birth of that idea. That didn't stop it, however, because those things just migrated to private websites, and that was when gold selling, account leveling, all those kind of things were born. That was the Wild West. In the first couple years of that scenario, I made so much money. It was great. But then it kind of just, I moved on. I still continued to play MMOs, and I was always invested in the space. But now, the epiphany and the realization has hit me once again that Mirandus is going to be the place where that all sets off again. This is the Wild West of the MMO blockchain technology environment, where a player can own their assets legitimately. And it's designed that way by the developers. No longer is it a taboo thing for you to consider selling something that you own in game. Ooh. No, it's expected. It is, designed for. Through the crypto market, the blockchain technology, the NFT trading procedures that are available now today, players can sell their characters, or exemplars as they call them, their items, their spells, their skills, their crafted goods, their resources, anything. And hey, if you decide the game's not for you, then guess what? You can take your assets and sell it on the open market through a site like OpenSea, sell it as an NFT, cash out, boom, you get your investment back. I don't know about you, but I can see where this is going to lead. This is going to change the world of MMO gaming. This is going to be the start, and Gala Games is the platform that is uniquely positioned to push this through and to get this going. We're at the ground floor of this right now. This is the Wild West. This game is in development and it is not released yet, so you have a chance to join along with me in this adventure. This channel I've rebranded to be specifically laser focused on Mirandus content, and I would hope that you would subscribe and join me on this adventure. I appreciate your time, and I want you to know that I plan on delivering some interesting content to help you understand the game and hopefully bring more people into the space with us so that we can have a greater and a bigger environment to play in and earn in. In game, I go by the name Namodias. I'm also the member of one of the most prominent guilds in the game called Masters of Materium, or MOM for short. If you are looking for a place to join where people will play the game with you and help you succeed and help you learn how to be a player in the economy, have people to adventure with, and do great deeds, then by all means consider joining the guild Masters of Materium. You can find a link in my description for that, and the only requirement to join is that you take part in the ecosystem by purchasing an exemplar. If you can prove that you have an exemplar, then you are able to join our group and become legendary. So that's it for my first video. This is a rebranding for me, so I just want to kind of get that out there and help people understand why I'm so interested in this space. I appreciate your time, as always, and thank you for joining me, Mirandus Crafter, on this journey.